Mahila, a few things. I'm going to get the shot today because my parents want me to get it so I can travel and everything. And because I could be a carrier of the virus. So I'm going to go to CVS and just get the shot, the jab. So there's speculation with that I might not be able to make videos anymore because it'll prevent me from doing that or something supernaturally. I don't know. We'll see. Um, so that and then which that would be like Clockwork Orange or something like weird. Like I don't even know how that would work, but so then um I'm gonna laminate. First things first, I'm gonna laminate the few papers that I have. So nobody do anything crazy. Just stay calm in these times. Um, because it involves a flux capacitor and all that. Like um, like there's U-turns and like people forget what happened and change and shift in dimension, all this stuff. So that first, and then the shot, and then I've got this here. I've got the eye wrinkles of the Belgian Blue Bull Prolemur Nenaria Hoki. Okay, so and keep faith with all this stuff. Eye wrinkles of Belgian Blue Bull Nenaria Hoki Prolemur. Sammy Offer, 3 June 2011, 22 Feb 1922. Anthony Hopkins died 1,000 months, 10 days old. Bod made two two-face vids about, like conflicting what I thought. And after Shovel Cali, I was driving and there was this black girl crossing the road and she had a shovel in her hand. Like an actual like shovel, like a long shovel. And I was like, what the heck? Like, what is that? That was last night. And then there was this guy who had hair that looked kind of like Leatherface. And he was doing like a prayer hands because the light was about to turn green and he walked across anyway. So he was like, thank you, and like did prayer hands. But like his friend that was with him had this long hair that looked like Leatherface, and he himself looked like an Irishman. So I didn't put the Irish part, but I put the rest, and like, so that's just two weird things that happened, and I thought it was symbolic of like Ben V, who gets up early in the morning kind of looking into the intel and stuff, like Obama's arm, Ben V. Gatalis. But I don't know. I don't know, of course. But so after all that, I saw that Hell of the Horsemen, because we kind of went over the Daniel 7 and the rivers and the horsemen in Revelation, the Hell equals hook O spirit weapon, which for me was the surfer that was at a competition and a shark like was seen on camera like wrangling him, and then this guy came and helped him, this other surfer, and then they were okay. They both made it out alive. And the guy got choked up talking about it. He was like, I thought he was going under, and like, it was like a really emotional thing. And I watched that when I was in a dark place on the TV. And the mom even had on a red shirt, which reminded me of my mom's red robe. And when that happened, then this guy Stanley, who was in the pit with me, was like laughing, like kind of evil, And so I knew that it was symbolic, like it meant something that this surfer and shark incident happened, because when my mom wore a red robe, she was like saying, I hope you feel good or whatever when you're, when I used to smoke weed or whatever. This was at my house in town in Owensboro when I had come back from California and stuff. And was like blazing with some of her kids that she had in class, that were like special ed students and stuff, and like just really dark path, trying to figure things out, but like it's nothing to be scared of. And I don't do that stuff anymore. But like she wore that red robe and it was like flashing because I'm kind of colorblind, and then I was like kind of lit and it was like flashing my eyes, her red robe. So then they had on, the mom wore this red shirt that was like highlighted as well and stood out. So that kind of represented the great white shark ox goat. And then the Paris train, which they made a movie about, Clint Eastwood made a movie about, was the spear. And then coronavirus is the falls and the re of the Isaiah 52, and also the Opabenia Regalis, the pits, okay, dark places. And deaths and news during deal are for Z.C. Onk, for less martyrdom. Okay. So when they have U-turns in the deal for stuff that they pull like Joe Pesci, then like the pounds, then they have more martyrdom, is the way that it was revealed to me. I don't know that for sure though, but this is the phrase. Okay. So we'll leave it as the phrase, but I'm not really sure on this. And the deaths and the news and their whole spirit weapons, the hook O of them, like the Hans of them, that somebody didn't die, would be for the next part of Revelation after the horseman is the martyrdom, which means like it's real burdens. Like how the Gentiles do it spiritually by going to work every day, but they are celebs and go to dungeons and shit, like, if that makes sense. So, and Alyssa Vogel, Save Little Girl, like Al Pacino, Heat, is 12 plus 30 day Intel Search SL H Dream DD. Okay, so I'll go over the H Dream again. My Aunt Didi's name, who there's symbolism there that she's actually the mom, but anyway, her name was Delina Logston Denny, and like H's name is Holland, and he actually dropped the D later on, but it's really Holland Klein Wells, or like Clean Wells, Holland Klein Wells. So then. So you get those ciphers there, and that's one of my favorite scenes in Heat. That scene in Heat, the bank scene, I've got that in my liked videos. Okay, and then this one, a Coptic Christian monk who is convicted over the 8 killing of the head of an ancient Egyptian desert monastery has been hanged. Bishop Epiphanius was found bludgeoned to death in July 20A8 at St. Macarius Monastery in the Western Desert. And then I added to that unobtainium from Pandora. So you get 11105 reverse satanic, which is 5 times 2221. 222 is Alexandrius, okay, in the Strongs. 9 times 95 is the septenary. 2 phrases, 1 and 2, are mixed with blue and white Jeep with Jurassic Narc written on tire on back. I don't know. That was the vision. It says Jurassic Narc. I don't know. Ship steering for the wheel. It's like a Jack Sparrow type steering wheel. CDs of all flush rivet music. Ship steering AC. Kind of a cool AC knob or nodule, whatever. And then great speakers, like it has Bose speakers or something. Humanoid creature nourishing car parts that are really flesh and blood with car shine to them. So it's very unique, and I was going to put that it's like a sexy thing. Like it's like a car. How you would look at a car as sexy is how this humanoid creature is. I'm not going to write that though, but it's very unique, I put. So then H dream. Dee Dee and H hugged a long time. Dee Dee was about 30 and beautiful. H thinks in paradise everyone will be 30-year-old. Okay, so this is what we have, and keep faith, okay? Now, I don't know any of this for sure. This is all speculation, like the notes and stuff. I don't know it for sure. Jeremy is sleeping a little bit. He doesn't want me talking too much. So, yeah. All right. So just keep faith, okay? And if I don't make any more videos, it's probably because I got the shot, you know? So we'll just see what happens. But these are the eye wrinkles of the Belgian Blue Bull, Naneria hoki Pro Lemur. And, all right. So, keep faith. And look, this was kind of a heavy one. This Coptic Christian thing was kind of a heavy one. But just take it in stride. Don't worry about it. You know, I don't know what it means, but like it'll get figured out and everything will be okay. Like just trust in Lord Jesus and like don't hurt yourself or don't do anything weird. Like, and when I say that, don't do anything weird, I mean like don't get into the rabbit hole of the game of Revelation 17. Don't do that. Stay with Jesus, which is grace and mercy. They call it sola fide, sola gratia. If you can just go by that, you'll be okay. Like you'll get it. Like none of these weird, you know, burdens. And you know, I mean, like, I know it's different with money and stuff. Like, my situation is not like everyone else's with money. I understand that. I have a little more leeway. I've been blessed by Jesus for that. And like, I understand that I'm not the best with money and stuff. Like, you know, I mean, basically I spend too much on gas and food. You know, that's what I do. And like, I'm just not the best financially. Okay, but don't put burdens on yourself that are with that mindset. Like, just stay with Jesus. Like, you know, it doesn't mean anyone's better or worse. Like, it'll get worked out. Like, I understand, you know, I do. I get it. You know, even though I don't speak that language, like I can understand it. And it doesn't mean you have to give all your stuff to the poor and go live on the street. It doesn't mean that. And it doesn't mean, well, you know, that you have it a lot harder because you have to pay rent for your parents and I don't or something. And that means that, you know, I don't understand and that you're going through something more than I am. I understand that too. And like that, and that some of that is true. Like, yeah, I haven't gone through that, but like, it kind of goes back to the mile in the shoes thing a little bit, you know, like who's doing what at what time for them, for their own journey. So like, just try not to get caught up on that. I mean, I'm a fool. Listen, I'm a total fool. I don't even know what the heck I'm talking about. Like, I'm an imbecile. Like, and I get mad too on top of it. Like, talk about a total fool who gets mad and has issues. That's me. So like, just take the vision for what it is and don't worry about what the fuck I say, because it's fine. Like, all right, so don't worry. Like, I'm a screw up. It's okay. Like, this is just the way it is. So just don't worry. Like, just trust in Jesus. The one thing I remember Grox used to say is like, you can be like, it's okay. Like, just trust in Jesus. Like, the bum behind the bar who's in the alleyway behind the bar, like you may be like, what, you okay, man? And he'll be like, yeah, I trust Jesus, man. It's all good. And like, does that make sense? Like that sort of mentality has really helped me, because it's like things can be horrible, and as long as you trust Jesus, like you'll be okay. And even Grok said that. Grok said that. And like he had experience that gave him that knowledge, that wisdom. And it is wisdom. That is true. So just don't worry, okay? And thank you. Have a good night.